Alrighty, well, welcome to another vintage cube draft. My streak of opening Lotus is incredible. This time there's also a time vault in the pack and a force of will. So I'm going to take Lotus and pass Chameleon, a time vault, which does mean I can't pass any keys from this direction. They can still get one in the second pack. I still think first picking Lotus is better. And then Vash is going to get a force of will. So, all right, that's fair. And then we're also going to get taken Underground Sea, Toxic Deluge. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably Oust and maybe Occult Epiphany or Seachrome Coast. No, Nadu probably. So decent amount of stuff that can come back here. I really don't want to see keys, but what would be ideal is if I saw a mana vault, so that way when I had to take the keys, I at least get a payoff for it. This pack's quite a bit worse. What is going on here? Well, I kind of want to just take like Gadgeteer. I think it makes some sense to take Gadgeteer, and hear me out. I can't pass keys. Keys make me want monoliths. Monoliths make me want Gadgeteer. Also, like, the next best card is Ketria Triumph or Spara's Headquarters. I'm just going to take Gadgeteer. I'm not that worried. Oh, a little Lurus action. There's also Ether Spellbomb, Chromatic Star, Coveted Jewel. I'm just going to take Chromatic Star. I love Chromatic Star. It's also a great win condition with Salvagers, which is something I'm looking for. And I don't like Coveted Jewel that much. Like, I like Coveted Jewel, but I don't feel as certain about that direction as opposed to Chromatic Star. I think is great. Plus, Lurus wheels some percentage of the time because there's Reprieve, Grief, Spellbomb, Binding, Woodfall Primus, Coveted Jewel, Bristly Bill. I mean, there's a bunch of decent cards. Not the best pack in the world or anything. All right. Well, no keys yet, which is kind of nice for me. I'll just take Volcanic Island. Volcanic Island's a good land. Passing a Tainted Pack to Storm Chaser's Talent, some other stuff. Nothing too impressive. I'll say it's really good to start your draft with a bunch of cards from Alpha, but technically I haven't done that because, as I've said before, Volcanic Island was just left out of Alpha for no good reason. And here, oh, boom, there we go. Got to take the key. It's just mandatory. They took Time Vault. There's just no reason to pass a key. And if we get lucky and they don't see a key in pack 2, they might, A, not be able to play it, or B, have to play it with, like, there's key and Tezzeret, Cruel Captain, and Saheeli. But if they have just Tezzeret and Saheeli, it's so much worse. And if they get none of them, they don't get to play a really, really good card. Part of the reason I also like going into artifacts, because I knew I was going to be taking keys, though. It's not like I need much of an excuse. I'm not trying to say otherwise. If I didn't have this constraint, I'd probably take Hull Breacher. Though honestly, I have not been that impressed with Hull Breacher that much. I don't know. It's fine, but having all that get together just doesn't happen as often as I would like. I think I'm going to take Upheaval now because with a key, looking for a monolith Gadgeteer, that seems like the place to be. And then here, I'll take the Planisphere. I like that card a lot. Also, I'm still kind of with decent Lurus outs. There is Yawgmoth's Will, which is good with Lotus, but I kind of think that we've got a good start here. And Yawgmoth is kind of hard to fit into a lot of decks. And then here, I could hate Othari. I could also take it. I guess it is pretty good with Lotus. I think I might just take Burst Lightning. I feel like Chameleon may have gone into white, but probably took Time Vault. Though Vash might take Othari. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that hate draft is quite necessary. And I like having access to some red removal, especially with a Volcanic Island. I have a good start to casting it. It's just really good to have Burst Lightning against like green decks or white decks or the black decks with like Deep Cavern Bat and Dark Confidant. So it's a lot of decks. Green, white, red, black. Not as generically good against like blue decks, I suppose. Wow, I'm kind of surprised this Deluge is still here. I could take it. I could also take Jar because I did pass a kind of late Hull Breacher. And I don't think I'm going to care if I pass a Deluge too much. All right, I think that's better. And then here, Sculler. Maybe I just take Spara's Headquarters. I think that's a more likely land that I might want. Not that confident that I'll want any of those things. Oh, Coveted Jewel and Ether Spellbomb came back. You know what? I'm going to take the Ether Spellbomb, I think. Auriok Salvagers is definitely a card I could get pretty late. And, it's really nice having that with that. The Lurus did not come back, but that's fine by me. And I don't know. I've been pretty big on the Salvagers combo. Here, I guess I could take Zurin Orb because it's a 0-mana artifact, but it's not like that good in these kinds of decks unless you get balance. I could take Eagles. I kind of want to just do that. I don't mind passing a Canker Bloom. Oh, Bankbuster and Talisman are both pretty nice. I'm going to go with Talisman. it's a blue-red talisman, which is nice. Oh, Flame Tongue's a good sideboard card. All right, so I've got some decent cards in the sideboard. Blue-red talisman is also nice with like Burst Lightning. All of these 1-drops. Turn 2 talisman into 1-drop is a pretty good one. It's part of the reason talismans are here instead of signets. Okay, well, good pack 1. Still under the restriction of not passing keys, but you know what would confuse me is if I got past a key from that direction. Then I would not know what was going on. But I don't think that's super likely. Oh, Yavimaya. There's some worlds where I play Yavimaya because I have Mishra's Workshop and Academy, though. I can only dream of having those lands. We'll see if the Aether Spellbomb versus Coveted Jewel pick ends up being one I regret. I have not opened small amounts of power recently, I gotta say. I'm going to take Gleemox here. Passing an Opal that I might get back, or PO, which not even like a great PO deck. But look, they're definitely, the people at the table are definitely going to take Chromox, Dismember, Inquisition, the One Ring, Probe. Those 5 are like locks. So all I need is 2 people to want cards over Opal. And even if that happens, I'll get PO back. All right. No complaints here. And what's next? Time Walk? No, but there is a Tinker. There's also a Lotus Petal, but this is looking like a Tinker Jam here. New one, Cosmogrand Zenith. This card I think is pretty cool. A Johnny and Gut and Solitude. So yeah, it looks a little less likely they're playing white, though it was first pack. You could always open just a Mox or something. It's a Jace and a Shieldred here, but yeah, I'll take a Tinker. Also, Lotus Petals is needed a little bit less given how many cheap artifacts I have and zeros. Like I already have a Gleemox and a Black Lotus. It's just not that big of a deal. You know what card I really, really want to see is Basalt, Grim, or Mana Vault. Mana Vault's going to be a little harder to see at this point, but Basalt and Grim I could definitely see. Though here, Archon, so it does kind of rule out Reanimator a bit. I'm going to take Relic. Obviously, at this point, Mishra's Workshop has started to become quite interesting, but I like Relic a lot. I've been impressed with this card. Happy enough just to take it here. And here, ooh, Tinker Citadel, and I have Lotus. Can I wheel the Citadel? Let's see. Well, if I were to not take Citadel, let's say I took Vamp, just because that's a good card. That would have gotten taken. Shelldock, Barrowgoy, Faultborn, Headliner, Chaos Defiler. So I'd have to hope that someone wants to take Trinket Mage or these lands. Because I think these 5... It actually seems kind of reasonable to wheel that, and I think Vamp's going to be really good in my deck regardless, so I think I'm just going to take the Vamp here. We'll see whether this pays off or not. And then this pack has Suplex and Chain Lightning. There's also Sunken Ruins and Black-Red Talisman. I kind of want to just take Black-Red Talisman. It also casts Vamp, casts Burst Lightning. It's a cheap artifact. Seems pretty good. And then this pack, there's a Necromancy, but I think I take Baleful Strix. It looks like I've got a good black splash going here, or at least I'm just blue-black. I don't even have that many red cards. Baleful Strix is really nice with Tinker, too. I'll pass a Necromancy. That doesn't bother me. Oh, Ugin. Slamming that one. Ugin's great. And this is a good Ugin deck. Passing Coalition Relic, I do like that one as well, but I'm happy to take Ugin here. All right, so if I'm going to get any monoliths, it's going to be pack 3 most likely. Of course, didn't see any Time Vault untappers. Still kind of on the look for those. And right now, the Manifold Key's not even very good in my deck. I guess I could untap Relic. Oh, that's a late DAC. I guess I'll take that. I do have a good red splash outs, and DAC's awesome. Passing Darkslick Shores, that's fine. And Displacer Kitten. Plus, DAC is really good against me. So, yeah, all I really need to make this deck really pop is some monoliths. So, Mox Opal didn't wheel. I'll take Paradoxical Outcome, I think. I have Gleemox, which is great with it. A bunch of 1s. And if I get 1 Mana Vault or Grim Monolith or Basalt, it just becomes quite strong. And then here, I don't think I'm playing Emrakul. I'll just take the Fatal Push because at this point, I don't really have a reason to be red. Well, I guess I have DAC, so maybe I play the Burst still, but blue-black, splash red with sounds pretty good, and then I guess maybe I'd Goldspan. I don't think I'd play the other ones. Okay, Citadel did come back. I thought that was pretty likely. And Yogg-Will's gone. I guess I could take Tendrils. I have the Citadel. I don't think I'd play Carnage Interpreter in this deck anyways. This might have been a Yogg-Will deck as it turns out, but I'm still not too broken up about passing it. I guess I took Planisphere. Planisphere's going to be good in this deck. Planisphere with Paradoxical Outcome. Whoo. All right, Mana Vault. I think I'd still rather have Mana Vault over Grim Monolith, but or Basalt Monolith, even with the Gadgeteer, I think. But all 3 would be really, really excellent here. I've got a Sparas as well in case I get a Oriox Salvagers. And I think I'd rather just take Abrupt Decay. I don't think I'm playing Rain of Filth. No, yeah. I don't think I'm going to play Rain of Filth and Tendrils. It just doesn't seem like what this deck wants to do. All right, pack 3 time. Can I just open some power for once? Oh, a little Lotus Gleemox draft to kick off this morning. Can't say that I hate it. All right, pack 3 time. Let's see what we got. And Boreax Salvagers and Basalt Monolith. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Basalt Monolith, pass a Thoughtseize, which is really good. But Basalt Monolith, I have Key, I have a Gadgeteer, I have Ugin, Outcome. It makes this deck really pop, and I think Salvagers wheels so often here, because Strip Mine, Thoughtseize. Oh, I'm passing a Tezzeret. Oh, hold on. Can I afford to pass a Tezzeret to the Time Vaulter? It's so rough because Monolith's really good for my deck. And so is Salvagers. Tezzeret would not be that good, but I think I'm actually supposed to still take the Tezzeret. I'll play the Tezzeret. It will still be good. And then this pack is Cogwork and Retrofitter, not our Candelabra deck, passing Animate Dead the other direction, which is good news. So the question is, do I take Retrofitter or do I just take Cogwork? I'm not taking Candelabra. This is actually not a great Retrofitter deck right now, so I think I just take Cogwork here and then just hope to snipe in the next couple picks. I just don't have Academy or anything that would really make Retrofitter pop, so it feels like I could just Cogwork here. I mean, Retrofitter Gadgeteer is kind of nice. It just makes all the abilities 1 cheaper. It doesn't go to 0, but it just makes it 2 to untap and 1 to make a servo. But all right, I'll do this and see what we get. All right, well, there's an Endstone, but I don't really need a Tinker for that. I have Citadel. There's Wheel, which I could take because of Hull Breacher issues. And yeah, this actually just looks like a good Wheel deck. Kind of brutal having to take the Tezzeret, but I just feel that was kind of my responsibility. Now there's a Brain Freeze. I don't have Breach, but kind of an interesting Brain Freeze setup with Wheel of Fortune, PO, Citadel. I'll probably just take Remand. I think Remand is probably good enough. Passing a Lutri is fine and a Soul Guide Lantern. Right. And not getting any of the big mana artifacts, unfortunately. Here I could Name Sticker or Blood Crypt or Snuff Out. And I have Cogwork. I could have also taken Brain Freeze with Cogwork, but I just not convinced that I want Brain Freeze. If I got Underworld Breach, sure, but I don't think I'll get past that very likely. Oh man, all I really wanted was mana artifacts, so kind of an unfortunate set of packs, but that's what happens when you pass Time Vault. You're kind of priced into things. I could take Malcolm as well. That's a decent one, though maybe I just take Blood Crypt. I want to play a bunch of different colors here. I do like a Fire Covenant. There's also a Cryogen Relic is really nice with both Tinker and Outcome. I don't have anything to map for, sadly. Salvagers has a decent shot of wheeling. I think it does. I could take Fire Covenant. I don't have that much creature removal. It's a pretty strong card. Yeah, all right. I'm in for Fire Covenant. There's just some matchups where it's really, really good. There's Mentor. Odawara Fairy Mastermind, Jetmir's Garden. There's Cradle if I take in Retrofitter. I'll take Odawara here. Maybe I should have Cogworked the Brain Freeze. We'll see. This pack, I guess Karn. I'm not playing Enlightened Tutor, Firebolt, or Tamiyo. It's not that I think giving up the Retro was like that big of a deal. Let's see, maybe Basalt and Salvagers is still in this pack. Then the Retro, or the Cogwork will work out really nicely. But so far, this has been kind of an unfortunate pack. I just haven't gotten very many artifacts in this pack. Oh, it worked out. I just get to have my cake and eat it too. I saved the Cogwork, and I get to take Salvager's Basalt, which are both excellent for this deck. I don't need Pyrite. I already have a way to draw all the cards, and I think I might actually play Tendrils in this deck now. Oh, that was awesome. That worked out so well. I don't want Bayou. I don't want Candelabra, sadly. I think I'll take Raucous Theater. And then here, I could take the Endstone, but again, I don't really need another big thing to tinker for. I kind of just want to take Zagoth Triumph because it's a blue-black land. And I'm going to be playing a couple colors here, so I think that's fine. Whew, okay, so now I could probably cut like Burst Lightning, one of those cards. Right now, this is 13, kind of like 15 lands. I need to cut a couple cards. Jar is almost always cuttable. I mostly hate drafted that one. I kind of want to get Tendrils in here. It's good with Citadel. I could probably take Karn out. It's good with Outcome. It's good with Salvagers. Like, basically, it's a way to win the game after I draw my whole deck. Because Salvagers has 2 different ways to draw my whole deck. And no way to actually finish the game. So I think that is necessary. And I need to cut, like, another card. I could probably... Well, I could cut Tezzeret, but going to get Gleemox and Lotus is nice. Oh, Brain Freeze is way better than Tendrils. Well... I mean, I'm not going to play the land, so it doesn't matter. I will take the Brain Freeze. I guess I wouldn't say it's way better than Tendrils, because specifically Citadel is really good. Oh, Blood Tithe I actually could consider playing. It's just a good, cheap card. But Brain Freeze is easier to pull off, I think, so we'll see. And then here, I'm still not playing map, so I guess I will just take the boots. And last pick, Stormseeker. All right. All right, so looking at this deck, we're at right now, let's add some lands. I think I either want to play 15 or 16 lands plus Gleemox and Lotus. The only thing is I don't love counting Lotus as a full land. Like, it is a mana source. I had 3 mana, actually, but a 2-land hand with Lotus sometimes ends up not going that far, so I don't know. Let's just take a look. I want to play black and red cards, certainly, and I have some decent lands. White is going to be a little bit rougher, but... I'm just going to play it. Oh, I do have a Spar's Headquarters as well. And I could play Eagles, but I'm not convinced Eagles is good. A Shuffle effect isn't that good, and it's actually kind of bad with Citadel to just have a 6-drop brick on top. So I think I just put Sparas and a Plains in. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources with Chromatic Star, and then Tezzeret can go get them. Doesn't seem amazing, but I think Salvagers is very good here. And... let's see. How many red sources? I have 1, 2, 3 red lands. So if I play like 2 mountains, I'll probably be fine. Because I have the 2 talismans. That's 7 for 5 red cards. All right. And then black. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish sources. I have Fatal Push and Vamp, Baleful Strix. And then, is this enough blue sources? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus Gleemox, Lotus, and Talisman. All right, so I think my mana is like a little bit rough, but I also could play 1 more land, and if I did, it would probably be another red source. Also, what do I want to cut? I could cut Fatal Push. This just isn't that kind of deck, and I have a Fire Covenant that covers my bases pretty nicely. I could cut the Brain Freeze, but I actually do think I want that as a way to win the game. I don't directly have a way to win, and I think I'd rather have Brain Freeze than Tendrils. It's close, though. Brain Freeze is easier to cast, and with Wheel of Fortune, it's pretty nice, because you can deck them with Wheel. You don't need that much Storm, and that's, I think, a better tiebreaker than Tendrils, though Tendrils is good with Citadel. I like Tezzeret. Tezzeret can go get Lotus or Gleemox, which I think is pretty good. Manifold Key for Basalt and Relic. I don't have an Academy or anything. Let's see. Okay, once more, actually. I'm going to cut the Brain Freeze, talk to my teammates, and Bash made a good point that Upheaval into Tezzeret Ultimate or Planisphere can probably win a lot of the games. So I think if I draw my whole deck and have infinite mana, I will be fine. I do want to cut 1 more card. I guess I will cut the Key. I only really got the Basalt because I want to play another land. 2, 3, 4, 6 black plus 7 black plus Lotus and Chromatic Star versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess red has like 1 more source, and I have about as many cards of each color. I'm just going to add 1 red or 1 black, and I guess I'll add, well, red has 1 more source, so I guess I'll just add a black then, and that'll be tied. I think that's fine. Not a lot of planes, but I only have the 1 white card, so all right. Plus, the white card needs Lotus to work, so a lot of the times you just get to Lotus it. I think we are doing this. Let's do it. All right, my teammates Vash did get the Force. It is like, oh, just like a pretty solid Esper mid-range deck with Jackrabbit, Bowmaster, Sculler, Hull Breacher. I guess I didn't need to hate the wheel. Subtlety, Force, Good King Mog, Snuff Out, Seasoned Engineer. Yeah, I like this. Thoughtseize, Duress, Spell Pierce. Glad I'm not playing against all that. Pretty decent mana. Sven is mono red with Ancient Tomb and City of Traders and Wasteland. Tiny bit of white for White Plume Adventurer, Firebolt, Lightning Bolt, Mind Collapse, Scarlet, Fiery Confluence. Oh yeah, this looks great. Lots of artifact removal too. Good to see that. And then Dark Poet Bill's got a bit of a brew. Got a Ruby, which is nice. Flash with Torsten Primus, Worldspine, Archon Chaos Defiler, Necromancy, Show and Tell, Minsk and Boo for good measure, Chain Lightning, both Spirit Guides. Yeah, it could have some explosive turns too. So let's get to round one. All right, time for round one. Let's play first. Playing against a companion of some kind. I guess probably Lutri. Indeed, Lutri. And, all right. I mean, turn 2 Remand on the play with a bunch of 3-drops is pretty reasonable. Obviously, I don't have red mana, but if I get to Gadgeteer on 3 and then Relic on 4, could do some things. I just don't really like mulling a turn 2 Remand on the play. It seems like it's a pretty fine start. Turn 1 Preordain. So this is Chameleon, who we passed the Time Vault to, taking Tezzeret and Key. The Tezzeret pick actually really worked out because I wheeled both. Not only did I wheel both of them, I had taken a Cogwork, so I was able to take them both. It's incredible. The odds of that are very, very low. And I kind of hope they play something I can remand here, because Inspiring Vantage, okay. Because otherwise, I'm at risk of missing. Oh, you took the Opal. Okay. Interesting. All right, Island. I'll just say go. No real reason to just tap out for a Gadgeteer that doesn't do anything. End of turn. Cathar Commando. I'll remand it. It's fine. That's not a good draw. Can I get a red source or a black source? Or any land, so I can play Relic, Baleful Strix, and then they can Cathar Commando the thing. Oh, Oko, okay. I guess remanding didn't quite work, but I really needed to draw lands here. All right, well, there's Talisman. Let's do this, and let's play Baleful Strix. All right, can I draw a land here, please? Really nice. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I kind of like where we're at. They get to turn on their Mox Opal with Oko, which is really funny. Yeah, I'm not sure what all they're doing over there, but I'm glad they're drafting artifacts, because I was also drafting artifacts, so I don't think that part went that well for them. I get to dax something here. They hit a land. And putting Lutri into hand. Okay. Let's go Relic of Sauron. I know I'm going to get blown up here at some point by a Cathar Commando. Oh, they could also have a counter here, of course, but I'm not overly concerned. All right, Dak Faden. And I'm going to just steal that Mox Opal, develop my mana base. Opal Upheaval is kind of interesting, where it does help my upheaval, but then they get the Opal back. Oh, the remainder of that actually works out quite a bit less well. I think I just chill. I don't really care about Oko ramping up in loyalty, and I'd rather just block. Worked out much better for me. They remanded the DAC, because now I have the Relic in play. It's like 4 mana. They can still blow it up if they want. Oh, no, they can't tap their Opal. Oh, Mox Sapphire. Well, good for them. All right, I will just block here. I think that's fine. What is this? Oh, Wandering Emperor. They got, like I said, they got some things going on here, and then they have Cathar Commando, and they're going to blow up my Relic of Sauron. All right. Vamp Tutor's interesting. Oh, I could Vamp for Monolith here at some point. Let's see. I can't do it this turn, but if I go Talisman, deck the Mox, and then I can set it up next turn, that sounds pretty good. Blue, red, 1. I'll steal the Sapphire, because the upside of Opal having for other colors isn't huge for me. And then they might not be able to use their Opal without plussing Oko, which is nice. They do get to kill my DAC, but I'm okay with that. And their hand, I guess I don't know their hand. No, I do. I know they have a Lutri. Okay. Well, they look like a deck that's trying to play Time Vault. They have a lot of random artifacts in their deck. That makes it more likely. But they also didn't take Tinker, so I'm not entirely sure. Next turn, I go Monolith, cast Gadgeteer. I don't actually have enough mana to go off this turn. Glimmer Lens. Wow, are they gonna like make another thing and equip? That'd be interesting. What I probably will end up, well, basically what I'll do with Gadgeteers, I'll make infinite mana and I'll cast Wheel of Fortune and I'll hope that that's good enough, because I'm gonna, so now they have to move the Glimmer Lens, yeah. And they have Lutri and one unknown. They're about to draw a card though. All right, not so bad. Yeah, so I go Monolith, cast Gadgeteer, one floating. Oh, I see Monolith, cast Gadgeteer, one floating. Oh no, I will have enough mana to upheaval. Nice. Assuming that they don't have a counter, and we know that they don't have the Force Will. My teammate has it, so. Oh, and a Retrofitter? Okay. They have Lutri, one unknown, so unless it's Force of Negation, then, or Daze or Spell, oh, no, it's that. All right, so now let's just go Vamp. For Basalt Monolith. I guess I could also get Tinker for Monolith, but that doesn't seem like that's better. Monolith. Gadgeteer. And it's going to take a little bit because I'm going to make infinite mana, then upheaval, and then wheel. So they're going to end up with not a whole lot of permanents. Let's see. Let's make sure I get blue from the talisman. Nice. All right, so let's go like this. I need to have blue 4 plus 3. I mean, I just need to have make a bunch of mana here. Okay, all right, I made a bunch of mana. I spared you the majority of that. And now I can go 3 blue, upheaval. They get their Mox Sapphire back. I get to go Talisman. Tap for blue, Gadgeteer. And I haven't even played a land yet. Monolith, make a mana. Or make a clue rather. Talisman, make a clue. And I guess I can play my land since I don't think it matters too much. And then let's make a bunch of mana here. I technically, they could have like Solitude or something, so I kind of want to float infinite mana. Let's actually cycle Spar's Headquarters. Given we have infinite mana, no reason not to do that. All right, well, that one didn't help. So now, in order for this to miss, I have to, like, I have 2 clues as well, which I'm going to wait to crack till after I wheel, I think. I guess the only downside is that I could wheel him into a free spell, but I don't think that's super likely. All right, let's wheel here. Even if they draw a removal spell for Gadgeteer now, I don't think that matters too much. And let's go. I can Tinker, so I guess I'll go Lotus. Make another clue. Sack this for blue. Actually, let's go Planisphere first, because that way you can start building counters. And then Tinker. Sack Talisman, I think, instead of a clue. I don't know. It's kind of immaterial. And I think I just get the Citadel. Don't really care that they see that. Play Blood Tithe. Play Gleemox. These trigger. I mean, I can't kill them this turn, but I can start sacking clues. And I just have to make sure I don't get decked. Ooh. Ether Spellbomb. I guess there's no reason to play it off the top, actually, because I can just draw it. Oh, okay, now I can play Salvage. Oh, I have to draw a card here. Hold on. Salvagers. And get infinite mana. Spellbomb. And I actually can go infinite here if I want. Here's what I'll do. I will Otawara the Gleemox. Play Gleemox. And then get Lotus back. And I can make infinite mana. And I can't technically win this turn, but they'll get one turn here. And let's let's actually tap this for mana, untap it. I need to make sure I don't die to like, I don't know, an Ancestral or something. Oh, okay, so let's draw with Tezzeret. So I guess the Tezzeret will not, I can make Infinite Loyalty Tezzeret at this point as well with the Lotus. And I think I just passed the turn. Let me just see, is there anything I need to draw to that would make a difference? I already have used my Remand. I don't think there's anything that really does anything else. Oh, an Ugin to gain life? No, let's not do that. Okay, they called it. They decided they no longer could win this game. I agree with them. All right, road one. They have like a kind of weirdo artifacts deck. Is there any thought that like Brain Freeze would be good? Like, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what they're going for here. Not in a judgmental way. I just don't really know what their deck exactly is trying to do besides play decent cards. They didn't take the Hull Breacher either, so that Memory Jar and Wheel of Fortune defensive drafting didn't really come up. Okay, on the draw here. Can this deck turn one? Not with this hand. No, I don't think it can actually. I'm going to mulligan this hand, by the way. All right, this hand is fine. Ooh, what do I put back? I guess Swamp, probably. Because I get black off those two things. well, it's a little unfortunate. At least they didn't play their Mox. Not the Mox Opal, because that one doesn't seem like it's on that often. Oh, nice. Okay, so I don't need to pay 2 life yet. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go Relic into Fire Covenant, but if they play another creature this turn, I might just snap off the Fire Covenant on my turn. I take so much less damage. Staff of the Storyteller. Tell my story. Maybe I wait a turn here. I have 17. Next turn I take 5 down to 12, and then I would pay like 5 life. Yeah, that's probably fine. Tap this for blue, and Spellbomb. This actually saves me a lot of life to just bounce this now. I think that's worth it, because I also have Wheel of Fortune, so next turn if they replay that, I can just go Fire Covenant your creature's Wheel of Fortune. Oh wow, it also stopped Glimmerlands from drawing a card. That's nice. Oh, and they drew with the staff. Alright, well, unless I drew Lotus, which I didn't, I guess I will tap this for black-red. Fire Covenant those two. And then Wheel. I haven't played a land yet. They have 5 cards in their hand. Yeah, I like this. I like this less. I guess I can just hardcast Citadel. Do I want to play this Zagoth? I don't think so. I think I'll just play the Swamp. That way if they blow up my Relic, well, maybe I should have played the Zagoth, because if they blow up the Relic, I then lose that. Okay. Well, this makes Citadel a lot less good. Discarded Time Warp. Planisphere. Yeah, I mean, I still think I cast the Citadel. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it gets better for me if I don't. And tap it like this. Citadel. Land. Not enough life for Ugin. Brutal. Draw Ugin. Currently, I don't die if I just pass here. I could also play Tezzeret and get Lotus. That gets me 3 mana. Thing is, I think I will just die if I just pass, so I think I'll do this. I'll go to 2 and play Chromatic Star. -3, I'll get Black Lotus. Play Lotus. This gets another counter, that doesn't really matter too much. Sack this for blue, I think. I mean, is there a reason to do other than blue? I mean, I don't really know exactly what my outs are here, so I think it's going to take a lot of luck, but So get a black, I guess, out of this just to get deck fading off the top. Talisman into Astrologian's Planisphere. No, I still die. All right. I guess Thari got me pretty good there. I kind of feel like I should just put Fatal Push in my deck. It feels like they have a lot of random creatures. And what do I want to cut? I could cut the Planisphere, but I kind of don't mind it. I'm kind of playing one land over. All right, let's cut an island. Let's do it that way. All right, let's get in there. All right, I would like to play first. Any Lotuses? Any Gleemoxes? I probably want Gleemox more in my opening hand. This hand, I think I run this. It doesn't have everything it needs, certainly, but I get to cycle Ether Spellbomb, and Vamp Tutor means that if I draw Basalt or Salvagers or Lotus or Gadgeteer, I could just assemble the other half of that combo. I will need like a third land in order to do those things, but if I draw a red land, I have a really good set of plays. Blood Tithe and Dak. If I don't, I still have Ether Spellbomb. And worst comes to worst, at some point maybe I Vamp for Lotus and just play an Ugin on turn 4. So I think I got to keep this. They mold to 5. All right. Well, it's going to make things a little harder for them, I will say. Turn on Preordain. That's a good play still. Let's see if they can find a Mox or something. Mox Opal. I've played some sketchy Mox Opals. It looks really bad in their deck from what I've seen. Just play Spellbomb. Pass the turn. I'm just going to crack this to draw a card, but I don't need to do it right now. I don't think. I just said go. All right. Draw a card. Any red lands? Not so much. Okay. I guess I'll pass and cycle Spara's Headquarters here. Not loving it, but it seems like the play. They have all their colors, but they're not doing much. And they didn't put Lutri into hand. All right. Let's play Basalt. Pass the turn. If they kill it or counter it, they're just leaving all their mana up. I don't really know what's going on. They didn't have Cathar. So if they tap out for something here, I can just Vamp for the... Oh, they're going to kill it like that. All right. I could just Vamp for Lotus and play Ugin here. Could also Vamp for Gleemox. Oh, I know what I'm going to Vamp for. I'm going to Vamp for Relic of Sauron. I think that actually works out pretty nicely. Where are you? Because then I go land, Relic, and I could play Dak or Blood Tithe. I think I play Dak and discard the Blood Tithe most likely. If they Othari me here, I'm okay with that. I'll keep Lotus Ugin. Because if they Othari, then I get to go Ugin, kill both your things, have an Ugin in play. So, Luminarch. Don't mind that. All right. Let's just start by casting Ugin, I guess. Well, I'm going to play Lotus first. And the reason is, if they have Mana Leak or Miscalc or something, I really don't want Ugin to get countered. And I don't need an extra trigger, so just playing the Ugin like this seems like it's fine. If they remand it or something, sure, they reprieve my Ugin. Doesn't really get you out of this situation, yeah. Because that still dies. Plus it on myself. Okay, discard some lands. Yeah, and at some point I can also start using the Relic to draw cards if I do run out of stuff. But I mean, they've got this Ugin kind of pending that seems like it's difficult for them. And oh, they can kill my Relic here. Sure. I can still replay the Ugin. Are they going to put Lutri into hand? No, they're going to play that. All right. Well, I'm probably going to pop the staff. I guess I could steal the staff. Does that do much for me? Gadgeteer. This is only a creature token, right? Yeah. Okay, well. Ugin. One card in hand. Do I care about the spirit token? I think I'll kill the staff in case they find another way to put tokens on it. I don't really care about their spirit token. It's not really going to do too much, in my opinion. And I'm just going to gain 3 and draw a card. Actually, you know what? I want to just play Baleful Strix first here. Draw, and then draw. Discard Fatal Push, and how many artifacts do I have in my deck exactly? I have Gleemox, Talismans. Oh, I really don't have very many left. Okay, so I'm going to discard the Gadgeteer then. And my way to win here will still probably be Salvagers. Lotus, though it's kind of funny that I don't actually have, like with Planisphere in the graveyard, it's like a little bit trickier, but I think the Tezzeret should still be fine. Just like an upheaval sort of deal. Okay, Lutri in hand. I just need to untap and have Remand up, and then I'll feel pretty good about things. Sure, you can hit Dak. I'm not ulting Dak anyway, so let's gain 3 and draw a card. Play this, exile your spirit token. And sack this for blue, sure. Draw. I have the brain freeze, so I'm not worried about that. Okay. Discard those 2. No. And Salvagers. Get back Lotus. All right. Whew. We got there. Yeah, this deck's cooking. It is. All right, playing against green-blue beats with like natural order this round. Kind of like this hand. I've got Ether Spellbomb to cycle. I've got Talisman and Basalt with 2 black sources into Citadel or just into Ugin. Seems kind of nice. Obviously, there's ways this hand goes wrong. Yeah, this could be one of them. Them playing a Mox and going hard. It's okay. I'm just going to Lotus at turn 2 Bolsa Citadel, so. Jeez. What a opening hand, huh? Oh, PO, nice. That's what I wanted to see. I think I would be in trouble against this opening hand no matter what my hand was, but obviously if I miss my second land drop, it's not going to help. Let's, if I go land, Talisman, crack Spellbomb, I could easily have a Bolsa Citadel in play the turn following. So turn 2 Questing Beast or something? Sentinel. And then hit a Caracas, sure. Land? Oh, Gleemox. Okay. That's a land. I could Strix, but I don't care about the Sentinel attacking me. I'm going to play the Talisman. I'm going to draw a card because I would like to hit a land drop here. Vamp Tutor, interesting. I could upkeep Vamp, but I don't think that's going to help me too much. Clamp in the Elf. I think I'm just going to draw for the turn and play Strix and hope to draw a land off that. And then try to set up a Basalt win. Tinker, unfortunately, doesn't do as much because of the Citadels in hand. I can't upkeep Vamp for Lotus and do anything. But I'm like 2 turns away from doing something. If they have artifact removal, things get ugly pretty quick, though. Okay. Nadu. All right, well, they're going to keep that one on top, I would imagine. Nadu, next turn, do some work. And they have Caracas, too. Oh, and they have Greaves. Holy moly. Okay, well, I guess they're going to do a bunch of stuff. I'm going to play Baleful Strix and draw a card here. Be nice to draw a land or a Salvagers. Talisman? I'm not dead yet, but it's not good. They're going to get to Nadu here. I can't stop it. They're currently getting 6 triggers. It's Sicarian Infiltrator. Land. Let's see where they end. I don't think they're going to kill me this turn, but I mean, who knows? They hit a bunch of forests so far. And there, another forest. So they're like a couple rounds in. Hit Prismatic Vista. Geez, this is nice. They just all lands. Nice for them, not for me, to be clear. They could sack the Vista, but they kind of want... I mean, I guess they might not want to hit lands now, but they have Infiltrator in hand. Oh, this is Natural Order. That was their last card. Okay. Well, yeah, they ended up with a pretty good one here. Basically, I want to minimize the amount of damage I take so I can vamp for Lotus and try to win with Citadel, but it's obviously like pretty unlikely at this point in time because they're gonna Natural Order for Vaultborn Tyrant, I think. Yeah, and then they're gonna hit me for a lot of damage. I'm gonna take like 6 down to 11, then I vamp, I go down to 8. Cankerbloom, all right, you know, that's enough, that's enough. There's just no shot here. Okay, Brain Freeze is actually kind of interesting against Nadu specifically. Maybe I bring that in and I cut like Planisphere because I don't think that's how that game's going to go. Though Fatal Push also seems like it's kind of reasonable. Maybe over... Well, no, Dak can steal like Greaves, Skull Clamp, Mox. Yeah, there's a lot to Dak. Could take out Blood Tithe. Blood Tithe's a little clunkier. All right. I don't mind that, I think. Then maybe game 3 I take out a land, put Blood Tithe, or maybe Burst Lightning in. Okay. All right, I think this hand's keepable. Turn 1 Sparas, turn 2 Blood Crypt Talisman, and then turn 3... If I draw a land, I could play Relic. Otherwise, I could play Basalt. Okay. Well, they played their land first, which is kind of wild, because what if they drew an elf or a forest or whatever half they're missing? Obviously, if they have neither of those cards in their hand, sure. Now, and they're going to ponder now. What's my best draw? I mean, Gleemox continues to be my best draw a lot of these games. But if I could draw that, I'd be pretty happy. Volcanic. I don't care that they know about it. Talisman, pass the turn. Next turn, Blood Crypt into Relic, and then I could go like Monolith. I could PO these 3 back. It's not amazing to do that, but I have a bunch of cheap stuff. I mean, the PO might not even be that great in my deck. Seems like it's got some outs. Oh, there's the Elf. There's the Clamp. Any Dax? Any Dak Fadens? That could be a nice little draw here. Yeah, Swamp was not really. Actually, let's just get the Monolith into play. Play Relic. And then next turn, maybe I do just run the PO. Probably is worth it. Let's see what they do. Nadu Equip Clamp. Pearl, Nadu, Greaves. Land, yeah. Caracas into Undermountain Adventure. Okay. If I draw Gleemox this turn, I have a really nice paradoxical outcome. If I don't... All right, not land, please. Just not another land. That is not a land. Not at all. All right. Black, black. All right, and I'd never played my shock land, so I didn't take extra damage. Nice, nice. Oh, I hit Lotus right away? Into Dak? Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, let's play the land. So now I hit another land. I could Dak them, but I'm just going to Dak myself so I don't brick this. Oh, there we go. So let's discard these 2. And then now... Oh, now I can vamp and just put on top... Do I want Lotus? Yeah, let's get Salvagers. Play Salvagers. And then we go Infinite. So I'll sack this for white. Get back Lotus. And I'm going to actually have the game right here in just a second. Drawing Citadel was nice. Land. I even have a Remand on top in case they had something. It's nice. Tezzeret. Lotus. And then I'm just going to minus this to search for Ether Spellbomb here. Sack this for white, Ether Spellbomb, Salvagers, Tezzeret, Lotus. We got there. Yeah, let's get this Burst Lightning in. Let's get an island out. Surely this can't go wrong. Let's do it though. All right, on the draw here. Any Gleemox Lotus openers? This deck can turn 2 in a variety of ways. It can also mulligan in a variety of ways. Fire Covenant, pretty nice in this matchup too, if I can time it right. Okay. Keep, put Upheaval back. Cheap artifact for Tinker? Any Gleemox in? Oh, they don't have an Alpha on turn 1, which is nice. Oh, Chromatic Star. Well, let's just play Sparas, but now this is setting up a nice turn 3 Tinker. And I have a Fire Covenant as well. Outland Liberator. Okay, well, that makes the Tinker plan a little bit less good, but I will still play this Chromatic Star, I think. If they want to blow up my Chromatic Star, they can. Because if I don't play it, it just flips the Liberator, which I don't really like. And there's a decent chance they tap out for something, and I just get to Fire Covenant both of those. But we'll see. 18. 6, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Land, Fire Covenant. 4 and 2. Yoink. Get out of here. And now next turn I can Tinker for Citadel with no land drop being used. And I'm still at a pretty healthy life total. The pressure is kind of on them to do something. Frantic Search. Kind of a weird card in that deck. I guess if you're trying to assemble Nadu and Natural Order, sure. Just being Faithless Looting. It's kind of like it's a free Faithless Looting, but it's not really what blue-green decks typically want. I guess it doesn't help with Uro because my teammate has Uro in their sideboard. Okay, well, they discarded some forests, I guess. And now they're going to play Undermine Adventure, and I'm going to Tinker and hope Citadel with no land drop is good enough. Oh, Questing Beast. Oh, that's a lot worse. Because that is 4 points of damage right off the top here. And I don't really have much else to Tinker for, right? No? All right, let's see what we draw. Basalt Monolith. Huh. If I play Basalt, I could just play Ugin next turn. Seems like that might be better. I could also Tinker Chromatic Star for Spellbomb. I don't think that's great. Can Tinker it for Lotus too, but I don't think that's spectacular. I think I just go Monolith and pass. Hope I don't die. Hope my Monolith doesn't get blown up. The problem is I just don't think putting a Bolus of Citadel into play and basically being at 4 against Questing Beast is a really good idea. Or rather, the Questing Beast basically puts me to 4, so I'm not going to Citadel that much. If I hit the perfect Citadel cards, I could win, but it feels like if I can just resolve an Ugin next turn, I can also win. Or even put Ugin on the stack, you know. Yeah, so now I go Ugin. I don't think I sack the Star yet. Exile the Questing Beast. Okay, I'm at 4. I could gain life. I think I'll just gain life and draw a card. I don't think I need to make a play this turn. And this means I don't die to some weird Greaves situation. Okay, now I like my spot now. It was looking bad, but now they have a huge problem in Ugin, and if they don't deal with it, I still have a really good hand. Or rather, if they deal with it, I still have a good hand. If they don't deal with it, I think I mostly just win. I mean, I guess I could Tinker Citadel now. I can even gain life, so let's do that. Sack Star. I know it can clear the top of my deck off. I hope I don't draw Citadel off that. Oh. Well, I could just tinker for Lotus now. Play a land. Add 3 mana. Play Salvagers. And if they don't have an answer to Lotus, Salvagers, Star, then I'm going to win easily. If they do have an answer, I still think I'm fine. They have Fresh Start or something. There's not much more they can do. Boom, we got him. All right, time for round 3. Battle of the 2-0s. I'm playing against John Livingston on Reanimator. I'm going to mulligan this hand. This hand doesn't do anything. Well, what about this one? Turn 3 Basalt. Not much else, but a bunch of land. It's probably better than a 5. Let's put back a Plains, I think. He's mulling to 5, I think. All right. Well, so far my hand is not amazing still. Cycles a Troll, gets Underground Sea. Okay, okay. It has Dark Slick Shores, Underground Sea. Pass the turn. LDV. Well, Underground Sea, 2 unknowns. Hope this doesn't end up with like some sort of reanimate next turn. Without Frantic Search, it's a little bit less likely because the Nadu deck had the Frantic Search. Loomduel's Vault into Metamorphosis Fanatic, getting back that Troll. Nice. That's pretty sick. Okay, well, that's 10 power. We've drawn all lands, I guess. Oh, and a paradoxical outcome. Let's play my Monolith, and maybe I just have an emergency upheaval next turn. I mean, that certainly seems like the case. Okay. Grief me. Take my upheaval. And what do they have? Oh, Chain of Smog. Sure. Discard Zagoth and Swamp. No, I don't want to copy it. All right, I take 10. The perfect top deck? Oh, that's actually not bad. So let's tap this for black, tap this for blue. And Dak Faden doesn't really do anything, but what I can do now is I can block the Metamorphosis Fanatic, assuming John Livingston did not top deck removal. Block, and then PO these two. Let's go. All right, that wasn't much. What do you hope to draw here? Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Death, Grief. Wow. What a top deck. What a top deck. I don't really have very many outs anyways. Given that my draws this game haven't been a lot. Let's see if I can... I mean, even if I find Lotus... I guess if I find Gadgeteer, I have outs. That's the wrong one. Well, hold on. I can DAC into Salvager's Lotus and still lose, actually. But okay, down a game. Don't have much I want to board in against Reanimator, to be honest. I think Covenant is better, is okay. And I think I don't really want Brain Freeze or Burst Lightning. All right, I'm ready to roll. All right, I would like to play first. Shift mulligan. To mulligan. This hand is completely unkeepable too. I guess it's probably better than a 4. I'll put back Upheaval and Paradoxical Outcome. I don't think I can win, though. I mean, if I draw Lotus, I guess that's something. When playing against a deck with Grief and sort of thing. Thoughtseize, that sort of action. I didn't even play my right lands, because now I can't Covenant next turn. No. We face down a Troll here. Oh, Soul Ring. 1/2 Barrowglyph. Oh, okay. Now Covenant is at least going to be on next turn, which is fine because I'm not even taking that much damage this turn. I'll take 1. well, there's a pretty decent chance that if they have like Chain of Smog or, well, any sort of disruption, they would just play it first. Take one, mill one. Oh, Loom Duel's Vault in response. Huh. Okay. I guess using that, let's see. Are they setting up an animate this turn? Because they could mill exactly one card. They're digging. Well, my deck kind of just fizzled this game, or this match, so that'll happen. All right, mill Gristlebrand, choose not to return it. And exhume it, sure. And then find Grief, I would assume, if possible. Go to 4. Can't really punish them, though. I mean, I guess what I could do is draw Wheel of Fortune. That could always happen. And the good news is none of my teammates have won a match, so I think we're going to lose this draft. Any Wheel of Fortunes? Any Wheel of Fortunes? I mean, we have decent dish outs. I almost don't want to draw this because it's like it'd be better if I just didn't draw any power, but sure, I guess I'll Fire Covenant these guys. And Instant's already in the graveyard, all right. Pass the turn. Assume I die still, or at least am not very capable of winning this game. And Dark Ritual. I mean, after drawing 14 cards, I really don't think there's much of hope here. I guess if John doesn't have any counters with this, oh, those from the Catacombs, getting that back, sure. I could still just draw Wheel of Fortune, and Wheel could hit Lotus and Basalt and Forensic Gadgeteer or something like that. That's not a wheel. All right. 2-1. Good finish. Don't mind it. It would have been nice if we had any backup here, but did not unfortunately get it. Our teammates are literally 0-5 right now. So in any case, we opened Lotus Gleemox. Used them pretty well. That last match just kind of got smashed. All right. Yeah, I mean, this was a little bit disjointed. It wasn't really artifacts, wasn't really much. It was mostly a Bolsa Citadel combo deck. Upheaval didn't do much. Ugin continues to be excellent. Tezzeret was solid, and as far as I know, Chameleon did not end up playing Time Vault in their deck, so I did successfully cut that off, which I think was right. They did take the Time Vault, of course. And yeah, the Vamp was great. Obviously, Lotus and Gleemox are good when you draw them. Tinker Citadel remains pretty impressive. Salvager's Lotus as well. And Gadgeteer Basalt. So I had a bunch of just cool... I like the 4-color, 5-color combo decks, and this deck was pretty fun to play. So would have been nice to pick up another dub, or for my teammates to pick up another couple dubs. But, you know, that's what happens sometimes. And, well, I think that'll do it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Had a good draft, and you know what? I'll be back tomorrow. Some more Magic. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.